Hi YouTube, it's Brianna and I'm back with another video, and this is going to be my overall experience at the LA Kpop Festival video. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. I went, and here is the, program. Now overall, I had a great experience. I think KBS organized everything amazingly for what it was, because it was kind of last minute in that they announced everything last minute. And I cannot even begin to describe how happy and fortunate I feel to be able to go, because I know a lot of K-pop fans weren't able to make it because obviously it was in California and not everybody lives in California. I had to take a Greyhound bus to get there, 16-hour ride to and from, so a total of 32 hours. But totally worth it though, to see amazing groups like Infinite, who is my bias group of all time, my ultimate bias group, SHINee, 2PM, and of course CNBLUE, Girls' Day, Sistar, and other amazing singers. Overall, everything was amazing. I was really lucky in that when I got to the actual festival, it was kind of a long line to get into the festival because there were so many people. Because it was open to the public, you did not need to have a ticket or anything. But they had food trucks, they had the KBS booth, which was giving away the programs and free posters. They just had a whole bunch of stuff. And it was really fun. And it wasn't too hot that day, so we were really lucky with the weather. And everybody, the people overall were really nice, even the people that were just attending, like other regular fans. I was really fortunate because KBS, for some reason, was still giving out tickets, and they had announced it on their Facebook. And by the time I got there, it was around 3. And I went to the KBS booth just to get a program, and the girl had a stack of tickets about that big. So I just asked her, hey, are you giving out tickets? And she said, yeah, I am. It's one per person. So I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. I just said, can I have a ticket? And then my brother asked for a ticket, so we both got tickets. And we ended up getting section 21, row 4. We were originally in row 45, which is 41 rows of a difference. As you can see, here's my ticket. And she had an entire stack of these. And I'm gonna be honest, I felt kind of bad getting double tickets. But then after going into the Coliseum, I didn't feel bad at all because everybody got better seats, if that makes sense. Everybody was able to move once the concert started. And it was really easy to get tickets the day of the concert, because if you would have gone up to somebody, anybody there, if somebody would have gone up to me and said, hey, do you have an extra ticket? I would have said, yeah, here you go. There was empty seats, but there wasn't an amazing amount of empty seats. There was quite a few on the higher levels, a few in the field section. But my whole thing is, I think that happened because of scalpers and people that were trying to scam people. When the Ticketmaster set of tickets went on sale, and they bought double or triple sets of tickets, and then they were trying to rip people off and trying to get them to pay $500, which is ridiculous. I think those empty seats were actually the scammers who were trying to scam people out of their money. Those were the seats that they had gotten. But it was really easy to get tickets the day of the concert, which I guess is really bad in a way, because I feel bad for people that didn't go because they couldn't get a ticket. Because if they would have gone without a ticket, they probably would have got in. But overall, I cannot even begin to describe how amazing the experience was. They let us into the Coliseum around 5-ish, and it was actually really orderly in the way that they let us in. People went in first. They went in about an hour earlier than us, just because they had to get everything organized. When they started letting us in, they had, I think, 4 or 5 gates open. One right next to the festival, one towards the back end, and then the one where I went was in the side, which was in section 23. It was that gate by there. I think it was gate number 4, something like that. And then so it was really close to section 21, and there was not that many people there. There was a lot of people in the section by the actual festival. I got in pretty fast. I was the 6th person in my line, because they had 6 different people checking tickets. Before they let us in, we could hear rehearsal going on, and we heard part of CNBLUE's rehearsal. And then when we went in, we caught the end of CNBLUE, which was amazing because technically we got to see them twice. They did this special stage with SHINee, Too Heart, and Infinite, and we got to hear that rehearsal. And we also got to hear Dynamic Duo's rehearsal. So technically I saw some acts like twice. I saw part of CM Blues twice. I saw Shiny's Colorful twice. I saw Two Hearts' Delicious performance twice, which I feel so lucky to see Two Heart live. Subunit, and to see them live already, like, so lucky. And I saw Infinite do Man in Love twice, and Infinite is like, oh my god, my ultimate group. I literally fangirled my heart out. And I will be inserting like pictures and videos randomly. So we were sitting there waiting for it to happen, which is amazing because, again, I saw them rehearse and I literally wanted to die. It was like fangirl heaven. So by the time the concert started, I would say it was a little bit past 6:30, and the actual MCs were Younghwa from CN Blue and Taekyun from 2PM. I can't remember the other MC, I can't remember her name. Sorry. They had the opening ceremony. Then they had the full cast perform when you go to LA. Then you had Girls' Day, which there was quite a few like fanboys there, my brother included. So they went a little crazy with Girls' Day and especially with Sistar. So Girls' Day performed Something and Expectation, and they were amazing. I'm not that big of a girl group fan. I listened to them, and Girls' Day did an awesome job. And let me just say, props to the girl form, because some of their outfits are obviously, they're not like pants or whatever. It was chilly that night, so props to them. And then you had Kim Tae-woo perform Love Rain in Hotel California. That was really cool. And the thing I liked is that every performer got an applause. Everybody got a really good like reception from the fans. Then we had Dynamic Duo do Bam, Ring My Bell, and Fireworks. And Dynamic Duo was really good. I'm not a huge fan. I don't know a lot of their stuff, but they were really, really good. Then you had Songhae, who did Other, Home Life, and The Crying Undutiful Son, and he is a trot singer, I believe, and he did really good. I knew about him from the Immortal song too, because I watched that, so I had heard The Crying Undutiful Son, and Dutiful Son, I cannot say that word to save my life. The Ajumas and the Ajishis were going like crazy for him, which is really cool because they had, you know, they have the two big screens on either side of the stage, and the cameraman would zoom in on like the crowd sometimes, and some of the reactions were hilarious because some of them were like of hardcore fangirls, and like there was this one Ajuma who was just going crazy, and it was really funny. Song Sohee, and she was a traditional Korean singer. And let me just say, her hanbok was gorgeous. I was totally in love with it, and she sang beautifully. I mean, I don't know much about traditional Korean music, but it was amazing. I personally enjoyed it. We had Baek Ji-young, and she said, Don't Forget Me and Candy in My Ears, and everybody went crazy for Candy in My Ears because of Taekyun. Really, really good. Again, I knew her from Immortal Song, so I already knew that her vocals were killer. And between certain acts, like before, like when they're getting ready backstage, they had special stage. Dynamic Duo and CN Blue did a special stage. 2PM and Sistar did a special stage of an Alicia Keys song. With Shiny, Two Heart, and Infinite, really amazing. After Baek Ji-young, you had CN Blue, which I don't know that much about CN Blue. I know Younghwa from his acting, and a few other members from the acting, and I know him from We Got Married, and I did listen to some of their stuff, so I don't know much about him. But let me just say, CN Blue killed it. Like, they were off the charts with their energy. Youngwa was with the crowd completely. He killed it. They nailed that performance. It was so amazing, and I know this is not even doing it justice, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. He amped the crowd up so much, and he did such a good job. And like, he knew how to get the fangirls, because like when the camera zoomed in on him, he would like wink or he'd blow. Oh my god, it was perfection. So good. So CN Blue was amazing. The two songs they did, which was Can't Stop and I'm Sorry, they killed it with those two songs. I totally became a CN Blue fan. I'm totally gonna check out their older stuff, because let me just say, they did not disappoint whatsoever. It was just killer. It was amazing. Then after CN Blue did that, they went back up with Dynamic Duo and did a special stage. Then Sistar did Give It To Me and Loving You. Again, not the biggest girl group fan, but I do know Sistar, and obviously I do know these songs, so they actually did a really, really good job too. Who, she was really cute because she was kind of awkward on stage when speaking, like giving speeches between her songs. But again, her vocals were amazing, so props up to her. Then after her was this one girl who I can't remember her name. She's not on the program. She did like an English song, and that was the people said that they got the Black Sea, but that's not true. Because right after Sistar was 2 acts to like the main, which a lot of people were waiting for, which was Infinite, 2 PM, Shiny. Went to go get concessions and go to the restroom. Get as big of an applause, because a lot of people were very, very confused as to like what was going on, because she was not on the program. And the camera guy, from what I recall, seemed to really love her backup dancers. Just saying. Her, it was Sul Wundo. He was again an older like performer. Again, it was aimed. Those kind of performers were obviously aimed more towards the older crowd, because there was quite a few older people there, and some like families, so that was really cool. And I think he did a special stage with Girls' Day. Then we get to the last 3 performers, and it was just breathtaking. And I can't remember if it was after Sistar, Baek Ji-young, when the whole Shiny, Colorful, Two Heart Delicious, and Infinite Man in Love special stage happened. But again, that was amazing. Let me just say, Two Heart, oh my god, I fangirled so bad. Seriously. If you weren't there, try to look it up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure they have it up there, because KBS was filming everything. They had like legit cameras everywhere. So they'll probably put it up on KBS World or on their website, so look for that, because that concert was amazing. Let me just say that. And then you got Infinite, who did Destiny, The Chaser, and Be Mine. Oh my god. Words cannot describe how insane I went. When I say I fangirled, I mean like, this is the all-time high of fangirling. I was like up here. Like, I went like times 10. And like, it was kind of awkward, because the people around me were like, there was an older family, then like teenagers, then the front row were pure guys who were obviously there for Sistar, because they had like banners and everything. And then the people behind me were guys too, and they were also there for Girls' Day and Sistar. And the girls next to me weren't really cheering as loud. But I went crazy. Like, I was over here, and by the end of that performance, I was all the way over here. Like, I went everywhere with, I was like, Infinite! Oh yeah! And then every time Hoya came up, you best believe my crazy ass was like, it was on. Like, I was like, oh my god! That's so I was very embarrassed after the entire concert, and I kind of replayed the whole thing in my mind, and I was like, not my best moment. Hope nobody got that on camera, because that was embarrassing. So good. And everybody was singing along. It was one of the best moments of my life. My life was complete once I saw Infinite. SHINee and 2PM were just like added bonuses to me. I was really there for Infinite, and Infinite just delivered, and everybody was so good live. Like, they were just, oh my god, they were just perfection on stage. Like, nobody can do it like K-pop idols. Can we just clarify that right there? K-pop idols give every show, every song like it's the last time they're gonna sing, and amazing. Then we got 2PM, who again amped the crowd up a lot with Hands Up. Everybody was like, put your hands up to get to drink some, yeah. Everybody had their hand up. Okay, well, not everybody, but most people had their hands up. And 10 out of 10. Girl, I didn't even know the 10 out of 10 dance. I learned it there. It was good. 2PM. Were amazing, and all of them looked amazing. Although I was kind of surprised that Nickhoon didn't really speak at all. Like, Taekyun did most of the talking, and I was just surprised because Nickhoon speaks English. So I was surprised. Like, I was like, oh, he didn't really speak at all. And then for Infinite, Hoya did the talking, and he was so horrible. Sadly, Minho wasn't there for SHINee because he had to go back to do one of the music shows that he MCs for, so that was really sad. But SHINee still delivered. They were still good. Key was on point with everything, with the 2 Heart performance, and with that. And so was Woohyo. They were perfection. SHINee did Beautiful, Why So Serious, and Lucifer. Let me just say, everybody went crazy for SHINee. Well, obviously. Like, the last 3 acts were like the ones that people were like, obviously the rest got a lot of cheers. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say a lot. They got a lot of cheers, but yeah. Then they did Aryang, which was a full cast song. The closing performance, but no words can describe that experience that I got. Like, I feel bad for some fans who have been fans of K-pop longer than I have and have not gone to a K-pop concert. Because I haven't even been a K-pop fan for a year, and I was so fortunate as to go to such a festival like this that had so many groups that I love. I was really lucky, and I'm sorry for any of you that didn't get to go. Seriously, I feel so bad. Hopefully KBS does this again and you guys can go. It's your turn next. But amazing experience. KBS did an amazing job. People, the volunteers they had were super nice. The Coliseum people didn't give any. I'm gonna be honest. The Coliseum people didn't really care. Like, there was one guy next to us because we were right next to like a staircase to go down to the field. He kind of was just like, I'm cold. He didn't really know what was going on. He didn't understand the crazy fangirls, but they didn't really give a problem. He was really cool. The one thing I do have to complain about was before the concert started, there was these girls behind me that were complaining about their seats. Now, the thing is the section that we were in, 1/4 of the stage was blocked, and like there was a line going down the screen, and I'll show you, you'll see it in some of my pictures, and that was from the speakers, and they were complaining non-stop for about 30 minutes. And I'm not going to say girls because it was particularly one girl, and my whole problem with that was that so many people didn't get to come, and you get to come and you get better seats in row 5 because it was a row behind me, and you're complaining about a free K-pop concert. Like, honestly, where we were sitting at the end, the speakers were not that big of a problem, and groups hardly went to that side of the stage, and you could still see the other screen perfectly well. For you to complain about that just made me feel like for the experience you got, and that bothered me a lot because so many other people would have killed for that spot, and there you are complaining. And she was contemplating between 2 seats. Like, really? You're contemplating over 2 seats at a free K-pop concert with SHINee, Infinite, 2PM, CN Blue, Girls' Day, and Sistar, and Dynamic Duo, and you're complaining? Like, girl, what is wrong with you? Like, really? So many K-pop fans out there didn't get to go, and your ass is complaining. That really pissed me off. Luckily, she left, and I'm glad she did, because I was just about to turn around and slap her, because that's just disrespectful and being ungrateful. You should consider yourself lucky, even if it was a crappy seat, because one of my friends had seats at the very top, and she still had the time of her life. She was so glad that she got seats. It just goes to show you that some people are just so ungrateful. They don't know how to appreciate such an amazing opportunity. Like, come on, a free K-pop concert, and you're complaining? Your ass has a problem. I'm sorry. That irked me off so bad. Luckily, she left. But yeah, overall, the LA K-pop festival was amazing. Overall, I had such an amazing experience, and I'm so thankful for KBS for giving people like me that experience. So thank you, KBS, and thank you to all the other sponsors who made that possible. So anyways, this has been this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!